to Travel and Bang, baby.
This is Travel and Bang. I am Marky Bravo, the mulatto. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. Here to talk about the dark arts of seduction and the nuance of game. I'm glad you came. Before we get into it, you know the deal. Hit that subscribe button, share with family and friends. Check out my book, Razor Blade Romance, on Amazon. I'm basically giving game away for free. Don't act like you don't know. It's out there. You read it 10 to 15 times and you'll be killer. You have that platinum killer from Manila type of game. I swear. Okay, so this video we're going to talk about getting friend zoned. Has this happened to you? If it happens, then you need to know how to respond to it. And if it hasn't happened to you yet, you should listen to this video anyway, so that way that once again you know how to respond to it. Okay, so before we get into it, I want to talk about credentials. I know there's a lot of dating coaches out there, gurus or whatever. You know me, been around the world, traveled the 7 seas, drank some of the finest wines, been intimate with some of the finest dimes, U.S. Army combat, soldier, veteran, you know what I mean? You know my stilo, unbelievable how I do things, and I try to give it straightforward. So all the gentlemen out there, all the players, I'm giving it to like no one else is giving it to you. I'm not even telling you what I'm saying is the gospel, right? Take what you will from what I'm telling you, and you'll go through life with a lot more, you know what I mean, spice and a lot less turbulence. Never be disobedient with the main ingredient. So I said in one of the videos to email me at markybravo@gmail. I got several different emails. I want to read this one about being friend zoned, and I want to we both can analyze what's going on and see how you cannot end up like this guy. Name is Paul. He's from Florida. So no emails this time from international, outside, abroad countries. Okay, so he writes, "Hey Marky Bravo, I took your advice and I read Razor Blade Romance, and I'm on the second read, but I know I need to study it more as you suggested. I've already applied your strategies to a great effect and used it on a woman who totally rocks my socks off. First and second date went well with a great balance of conversation and with lots of choosing signals and signs of interest, hair twirling, giggling, playing with a napkin and drink straw, and grabbing my arm, etc. And we made out at the end of both dates. At the end of our second date, however, I noticed she was holding back. I took 2 steps forward and 1 step back. 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and progressed further than the first date, but nothing sexual happened." So this is when he said she was holding back, it means that she didn't want to get sexually intimate with him. She just wanted to, French kiss and call it a day. Okay. When I contacted her to make a third date, I encountered some resistance. She told me that she needed some time to tell me what her schedule was like, so I let her. See, hey, like a pimp player Don Dada told me, Sean Combs, also known as P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, many moons ago at Hot 97 radio station in New York City. I had the pleasure of bumping into him, and we got in a short discussion. He told me once, don't ever let someone tell you they don't have time. They can make time. We find time for that we feel is a priority. That is which is important in the life. So don't ever let anybody tell you that, because it's bullshit. Okay? And that's stuck with me for a long time. Wise words. Okay? So she finally contacted me via text message and suggested that we meet at Panera Bread during the daytime, which felt to me like a platonic friends test. Yeah, it's a platonic friends test. She's straight up and down is trying to throw you in the friend zone. You know what I mean? And wow. So I responded spontaneously and suggested the Italian restaurant Malio's during the evening, and she agreed. But on the date, When the day of the date, she texted me and asked if we could still go to Panera Bread, but only in the evening. Okay, this is we're gonna put a note on there so you know what she's trying to do. I've been in that situation before. I responded with a lighthearted, teasing manner and said, "Do you really want sandwich, chips, and soup instead of fine wine and amazing pasta?" So I said, "Let's stick with the restaurant plan," because I was really looking forward to drinking fine Italian wine, and the linguine is to die for. I feel you on the Italian food. I have worked for 6 months in Vicenza, Italy. The food was, oh my God, to die for, like you said. Then she changed gears out of nowhere and said, "I'll be honest, I don't see this going anywhere. So you should save the expensive meal for someone special, but I hope we can still be friends." Now you see why she wanted to do the Panera Bread thing and not the Italian fine cuisine restaurant thing. She actually was feeling guilty that she was, you know what I mean, she has no intention of becoming sexually intimate with him. So she rather just go to somewhere that's basically close to being like fast food. I responded that I had no interest in anything platonic, but that she should hit me up if she changes her mind, and I figured that would be the end. Okay, that's the takeaway. In the pickup artist community, they call that the takeaway. You tell her, "Hey, call me if you change your mind. I'm not doing the platonic thing with you. Not gonna happen." You know what I mean? I'm taking my attention. I'm taking myself out of your attention span, out of your life. Okay, the F word, friend zone. Okay, one of the worst F words you can run into. Strongest negotiating tool, of course, is to walk away and mean it. That's what's supposed to put the pressure on the woman, though. If there is any subconscious deep attraction for you, she's gonna recognize it, and then she'll feel the masculine strength of being able to walk away, and she'll contact you. Okay. However, she immediately asked what I wanted, and I told her I'm interested in hanging out, having fun, and enjoying some intimate romance with a woman that I value spending time with. That's a good comeback. I like how he structured that. It wasn't vulgar, it was just, but at the same time, he communicated he wanted to be sexually intimate. She said she's confused by that. She said I only talked to her to make plans, and I didn't consistently talk on the phone with her to communicate my romantic intentions. Gentlemen, listen up. Mode 1 by Alan Roger Curry. Get the book, read it. This is why you must be very direct from the get-go on your intentions. Because if you don't, those comments start coming. Couple days, couple weekends later, all that time wasted when you could have just already knew the answer from day one. I explained to her that as a lawyer, I was super busy, which was truthful, and that she is welcome to text and call me, and that I'd love to chat whenever I can. I decided to salvage the date since this was 2 hours before our scheduled meetup, and agreed to Panera Bread because I thought I could talk her into going to a bar or bistro for a couple drinks if the date went well. I don't agree with that. I know there's some people go like, yeah, you got to compromise, blah, blah, blah. It's never worked out for me. But hey, sometimes you got to call them when you got to, it depends, I guess. She did a lot of talking and expressed that this is the first time she did the online dating thing, where a man asked her for a number and then asked her to go on consecutive dates. She told me that all her past relationships have begun as friendship first, and this was totally out of her comfort zone. She's totally full of fucking shit, okay? Every hot and heavy, passionate relationship begins with sexual intimacy. And it never, maybe 2% might start as friendship and then evolve into something sexually intimate, but most of the time not. So I don't know where she's getting this weird formula. She expressed her fears of time being wasted, and if the dating didn't work out, and that the person being gone out of her life, if they didn't have a solid friendship first. See, now she's She's on the DeLorean with, Marty McFly going into the future. Tell her to get back to the present moment and to stop narrating comic book shit in her head. Don't say it like that, but you know what I mean. I told her that I understood what she was saying, but part of the dating process is becoming intimately involved at the same time, forming a foundation for friendship. Yes, it's all at once. It's not one and then the other. It's all at once, people. Yay, yay! Can I get a hallelujah? She was receptive to my point of view. We ate and left Panera Bread and got some drinks at a downtown cocktail bar. We had an awesome time laughing, flirting, and then making out at the end. No, don't celebrate. If you're not getting sexual by then, you know what I mean? Once again, I feel, I know some people watch this thing, oh, you're rushing thing, but I feel when a woman's really into you, by the third date, she's wanting to get sexual. Even if you're not having sexual intercourse, you know what I mean? Maybe you unzip your pants, you pull the schlong dong out, and then she starts stroking it. Something on the sexual vibe. Doesn't have to be necessarily be penetration, but I'm just, kissing. This is high school stuff, It's not, doesn't mean anything in today's world. Girl is 23, and it seems to me that she doesn't have much experience on how dating should play out and has deep-seated fears and insecurities which cause her to be more into her masculine frame to avoid being hurt. Stop making excuses. Yo, stop. You're not a therapist. You're not a psychiatrist. Stop it. Stop that right now. She keeps mentioning she has been hurt really bad before in the past relationship. Wah. Want some cheese with that wine? Everybody's been there. Everybody. I don't know where. Anyway, she checks a lot of the boxes off on my list from what I can tell so far, but her hesitation is very concerning to me, and I'm wondering if I should just walk away and look for new chicks. This situation could go either way, but this is why we talk about spinning plates. You should be in communication with different women. I'm not saying you have to sleep with all of them and you're going on dates with all of them, but you should be in communication with 3 to 4, if you're extracurricular, maybe 6 women online, getting things lined up. Because if, say, this woman she's lukewarm, it could take anything for her just to ghost you, or the next day to call you and say, I had a fun time, but I'm not feeling this, now that I'm sober, right? And then boom, you have to start over from square one with no leads, no nothing. And then you're gonna be in a world of hurt, like most men are out there. So if you're talking to different women, spinning plates, at least then it's no big deal. You won't fall into the scarcity mindset because you'll be in an abundance mindset, and it's no pressure. Remember, you have to treat her like your little bratty sister. You have to be playful, lighthearted, and even when it comes across insulting, you don't take it as an attack on your ego. You just go, you know what I mean? And you laugh, you smile. What would James Bond do, right? And then you do the takeaway and you move on.